What's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. I'm not going to waste any time this morning bringing in our guest. His name's Chris Statham, and he's coming all the way from across the pond. My brother, Chris, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, Dave? Yeah, good. Hear you loud and clear.
Awesome, my friend. Where are you? Where are you from? Where are we talking to you at?
Okay, so we're in East Sussex in England, in the UK. So it's down south.
Okay, wonderful, awesome, cool. Listen, there's a lot I want to get to and talk about with you. We're going to show basically how you built a YouTube 100,000 subscribers in the health niche, and are doing affiliate marketing and building a business in that niche right now. You've done e-commerce. What led you to Legendary? Let's cover that first.
Affiliate marketing products over the years, probably looked at a good few hundred. And the thing that struck me right from day one is a lot of the products you look at, when you go into the affiliate section, you're lucky if you get a couple of email swipes, maybe one or two product photos. You guys just give so much value, so much support to your sort of affiliates that are out there marketing that you make our job a lot easier. And that was one of the main draws, because a lot of the companies out there just don't back the guys at promoting their products. And if I'm going to put my time and sell you to my audience and put some of my money on the line as well in terms of ads or whatever, I need you guys to back me as well. And Legendary does that to the sort of extent and beyond. It's brilliant. It's top notch.
So, and you're basically coming, I want to be clear with everybody that you're a seasoned marketer. You're experienced. You didn't come here as a quote unquote newbie. Now, you guys know I hate that word, but you came here as an already successful affiliate. So you were essentially looking for products and programs to promote within your various different channels. And so that's sort of the relationship that you have. It's a bit separate from coming into our education and sort of needing to learn how to do affiliate marketing from the start. So I just want to clarify that for everybody. Am I understanding that correctly?
No, that's correct, Dave. I think that being said, everyone can always learn. There's always that ability to learn. No one knows everything. So yeah, I did come in with a lot of experience on day one, which helps, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I want to share some of that wonderful experience with our audience, with our community. You're a part of our community now, and we teach affiliate marketing. And we essentially teach the core 4 ways to sell information, which are, of course, courses, coaching, and events. Or you could sell somebody else's as an affiliate. These are the core 4 ways. Now, you've also have experience with e-commerce, selling tangible goods.
Exactly.
It seems to me, based on what I'm understanding, and guys, by the way, just like every other day, I'm learning about Chris. This is the first time we've ever talked. I'm learning about everything just as you are from him. We've never even met before. But it seems to me that you're favoring affiliate marketing now more in your career over e-commerce, even though you've had several successful e-commerce businesses. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
And if I am, tell me why.
Yeah, spot on. So my background, very quickly, is I was in corporate for 25 years, always looking for side hustles. Came out of that when the time was right, and set up my online e-commerce businesses. We had a couple of shops on eBay, Amazon, website. But when I was talking about eBay and Amazon, I'm talking about we were large scale. You know, we're into sort of $1 million sort of turnovers plus, and we scaled up the business really large. With that came all the normal pain that comes with running a full sort of e-commerce sort of shops, fulfillment, customer service, all the stuff that kind of goes away to a large extent with affiliate marketing, because we can kind of push it off to the guys that we're promoting. And so, having done all the e-commerce and had all that sort of pain, we almost got too big for eBay, because we was taking so much share that their algorithms started playing around with our volumes. It's not the way you can run a business sustainably. So we took a step back and said, okay, what are the learnings here? and where are our pressure points and what do we want to remove, and things like product fulfillment, customer service, all the things that take increasingly, as we were getting bigger, taking up more of our time. We wanted to sort of move them away. And obviously coming into affiliate marketing, it's the ideal scenario. A lot of them pressure points get pushed away. If you can still pick the right products, you can leverage all the skills that you've learned in the e-commerce environment, particularly on paid ads and such like, and apply it, but get a lot of the shackles taken away so you can concentrate on doing the thing that you want to do and you enjoy, and you can scale it a lot better, as you know. So that's what's drawn me to affiliate marketing. And also as well, I mean, my daughter, for example, she's quite big on social media. She's into YouTube and TikTok and everything. So I've always had a desire to go into that area as well, but never quite got there. And as things started to get a bit more bumpy on the e-commerce side, and hearing Austin speaking the other day about some of the problems he had with trademarks and Amazon, I can relate to so many of them sort of issues. It was just the final little nudge you need to put you down another path, and that's where we ended up on affiliate marketing. Just wish I'd done it sooner.
So I want to talk about your channel. I'm really interested in it. I'm really interested in this sort of business you've built in the health niche. I'm going to share my screen now and show everybody this channel, and let's talk about it a little bit. Chris, can you see my screen now?
Yep,
Okay, great. And you know about the channel, but I just want to make sure I was showing it. Okay, so here it is. It's Healthy Bodies. As you guys can see right here, 104,000 subscribers. The banner says daily videos. Okay, nutrition, health, and fitness. And if we scroll through some of the playlist, we've got a popular uploads, which we've got videos 2.2 million. 261,000, and then we've got food, which are running 1,000 to 4,000 views. General health, hair care, home solutions, immune system. These are all different playlists for this particular channel. Videos ranging from a couple of thousand views all the way up to a couple of million views. If we go here, we can go back and sort by oldest video. And we want to sort of fact check this just in front of everybody's eyes. So the oldest video here on this channel is 1 year old. Okay, 1 year old. We can see that this video right here was the very first video that was uploaded on October 30th, 2019. So we're literally just about a year and a month and some change old on this channel. This is an amazing accomplishment, Chris. Tell us, my brother, what the strategy was coming in. How were you able to, what sort of precision in terms of your strategy did you use? Did you know exactly what you were doing or what you were trying to accomplish? Let's talk the 30,000 foot perspective first, and then we'll get into some of the more mechanical things, such as, how you're able to do everything that you're able to do, and also, that you do in your life and your business. And I would assume you have multiple different affiliate kind of niches that you work in. But we'll talk about some of the mechanics about how you're able to create so much content. One more thing that I want to say, guys, Chris is doing affiliate marketing from this channel. You can see right here, here's a link out to one of the products that I'm assuming he's an affiliate for. Is all it takes is a little bit of investigation here to kind of try to understand exactly what's going on and how he's monetizing this channel. But it's not my work, Chris, it's yours. So take us back to the beginning and kind of how you got this off the ground, why you wanted to work within this niche, and how you got the first few videos off the ground and begin to build sort of a system of creating content to build this channel. Yeah,
sure. I mean, the high level view on this, and this is going to surprise a lot of people actually, that this isn't going to be my main channel. The thinking behind this is, like everyone when I started out, you look at health, wealth, relationships, top 3 categories. And I couldn't decide, do I want to my heart said do the wealth, because that's where the money is, that's where the better revenue is, commissions and such like. But I like the health side as well. So what I thought I'd do, I said, right, I'll go into the health side and I'll take a YouTube channel and I'll look to build it up and scale it 0 to 100K subscribers in a year. Okay. And why do I want to do that? I want to do that to give myself social proof that then I can then pick up and drop into a YouTube channel on the wealth side and say, this is how you build a channel, but I'm not just going to give you all the normal BS that you see on YouTube. Here's some social proof, boom, and then explode it on the wealth side. So that was the high level 30,000 foot view as to why I did the health channel. It's to give me the social proof to then explode on the other side. Okay. So that was the reasoning behind it. And then in terms of how did we actually do it? Well, it's just hard graft and determination. So the first thing I did was, okay, blank bit of paper. It's the health niche. And bear in mind, guys, this was new to me at the time. I know a little bit about health, enough to get going, but I'm not an expert in that field by a long way. So what we then did was, the first steps is, what other channels are in this sector? Who's doing well? So you take the top 5, top 10 big channels, then you drill it down. What are their top 5, top 10 videos? What are they doing? And you just basically engineer or reverse engineer what these guys are doing. Take their learnings and then say, okay, how can I do this? How can I take it? How can I make it better? And you start to build an idea and a structure as to how you want to launch the channel. And then we set ourselves a really stretching target that we will do a video a day, initially for the first 30 days and then the first 60 days. So let's feed the YouTube algorithm with all the content it wants and really give it as much as we can to explode the channel and see what happens. And that's what we did. The first few videos, and it's about, you want to get the content up there. Don't worry about the perfection in the early days. Just keep throwing the content on there, because YouTube will push it out and it'll go broad till it's worked out who your audience needs to be. And I think that's a big learning for everyone, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on TikTok, just keep creating the content and putting it out there. When you scale your audience, and probably now when you get up to your 100K, maybe I need to start fine tuning it for my audience, because I want to keep them on board and obviously grow it from there. But certainly in the early days, I didn't worry as much about the quality, and I've changed the thumbnails. Some of these thumbnails were quite dire in the early stages. It was get the content out, keep doing it. I'm learning, I'm improving day on day. You try and tweak it, make your next video better, your next video a little bit better, and just small steps at a time. And it just evolves. And it's also the law of averages. If you put enough content out there, at some stage, you will have that break. Yeah, it might be a lucky break. You know, one of our videos, I think the garlic water one, bizarre one, took about 20 minutes to make. It went viral probably, I don't know, a few months into the process. But it's got 2.5 million views, and it's drawn in so many subscribers into the channel. And you just need that one break and it will come in time. It's the same on TikTok. You need that 1 or 2 viral videos and your channel will explode. You've just got to believe in the process and just keep churning out the content and looking to improve and improve. And that's broadly the mindset behind it. A lot of hard graft, you'll get bad days and you just got to drive through them and just believe in the process. You know it works, other people making it work, and just keep churning out the content.
So if you were not an expert, incredible information, by the way, Chris, thank you so much for being willing to share this so transparently and be so willing to, just share with everybody this approach. It's really incredible. I know that there's a lot of light bulbs that are going off right now. And I also want to reiterate for everybody who didn't hear or wasn't clear about what Chris's strategy was. He ultimately also wanted to work in the health niche. Let me pull something up here real quick. Just for those of you who are just want a quick lesson on niches. Okay, I'll come back over here and share my screen again. Um, there are essentially, there are three kind of big niches that people are known to spend money for: faster, easier, more beautiful, slimmer, sexier, richer, and to be pleasured, loved, adored, and respected by others. you know, uh, if you really kind of go down to the core of what people want, those are the things. Those are the things that they want, and within those niches, for example, the wealth niche, there's multiple different sub niches, like stock trading, make money online, budgeting, investing, so forth. In the health niche, there's lots of different sub niches. There's weight loss for men, weight loss for women, diabetes, or generalized health tips, sort of like, which your channel is more of like home remedies and so forth. And then relationships is, can be dating for men, dating for women, pickup artist type stuff. But it's sort of really important to understand the niche that you work in, because in particular, your strategy, Chris, which was, I'm going to actually try to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to go into the health niche because ultimately I want to have as many streams of income. I want to have as many businesses going as I can. So if I can create a channel in a successful business in the health niche, that will give me leverage to go in and have social proof that I know what I'm talking about and I know how to make money when I go into the wealth niche or the how to make money online niche. So that's a really brilliant strategy. And at Legendary, of course, in our business blueprints, that's the very first thing that we teach people too, is how to go in and begin to sell uh, products as an affiliate in other niches: dog training, health offers, weight loss offers. And the reason why is because if you can, I've got a let me save that here. I've got a lawnmower outside. Let me turn it back over to you to tell us, Chris, why, or how, if you were not an expert at health stuff, how did you have the confidence, and where did you get the information to create so much content on health topics?
Yeah, I mean, when I say I'm not an expert, I say you're not fully qualified as a doctor as such, but I've got a lot of knowledge in that sort of area. But it's like anything you want to do online. If you're prepared to go out there and do the training, do the research, I mean, sometimes to put some of these videos together, the work that goes in behind these in terms of the content creation and sourcing and referencing all the content that you put in there, that's what takes the time. But anything's out there. If you're prepared to go out and graft and do enough research and look for it and look for the answers are already out there. The contents are already out there. So it's not difficult to take information and repackage it and put it and substantiate it and then put it into your own sort of format. The other thing I would say as well about the niche part, what we're trying at the moment is quite an interesting strategy. I mean, obviously this channel's all about health, but one of the things we were looking at is we love the Legendary project, and 2021 is going to be huge. It's going to be really big for us, particularly with Legendary and ClickFunnels and other products we're promoting. As our wealth channel explodes and we really start to push it, and we're just starting to test that on TikTok at the moment. But what we're trying as well is, this is a YouTube channel and it's on health. But one of the things we're just trying at the moment is, we're throwing lines out there like, got financial worries, are they impacting your health? Check this out. And it's a kind of an indirect lead in to come across to the wealth side and see if what we've got here might solve a health problem. So you've got to be careful how you play it, because we don't want to turn off our audience on the health side, but there's a potential to cross over a little bit as well. So we're just trying that selectively. We're seeing some interesting traffic volumes where we're starting to move traffic out of our health channel and bring it in on the wealth side. So you're kind of moving people between sectors as well, which is quite powerful because they know us already on that side. And the other thing on the health channel is, I'll point out, I'm not on camera on that at the moment. It all started out, these are automated videos with clips that we brought in. it started off with kind of automatic robotic type voices. We're starting to do our own voiceovers now, and we have done since the beginning of this year. And I may go on camera on these in the end as well, just to add a bit more personal branding. We're sort of undecided on that at the moment. But it demonstrates that you can do it. I mean, anyone that sort of says they're afraid to get on camera, and here's the proof in the pudding. This all started, you know, as a backseat sort of driver, and it's exploded into a big channel. So there's really no excuses to get out there and do it. You've just got to be determined and just push through all the setbacks. It's there for the taking. So I think you've lost the sound, Dave.
You sure did. Sorry about that. I muted myself. I thank you for sharing all that. I call this is brilliant for those. Gosh, this is a masterclass, Chris. Thank you so much for being willing to share all this. This is fantastic. Let me get back to your channel here. Don't you hate when YouTube, you've got viewers there and they take your viewer off to another person's channel? So what Chris just pointed out here, I want to highlight this, is down here in the description. This is typically where on YouTube we give people a call to action to go and check out whatever it is that we're promoting as an affiliate, or even if we're selling our own course or coaching program, whatever. Hey, the call to action is pretty typical. It doesn't need to be complicated. Hey, if you like this video and you want more information about how to lose weight, if you want more information about how your financial concerns may be impacting your health, click the link directly below in my description. It's a pretty universal call to action. But what I want to point out that I think is so brilliant about you and your ability, your copywriting skills, that's really the category that this would fall in, is that you've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Really a 5-sentence question that transitions. It doesn't need to be a big, long sales letter. It didn't need to be a big, long-winded pitch at the end of the video. It didn't need to be a big, long, multi-paragraph description down here. It was a 5-sentence question within a 3-word call to action. This may help. Arrow, arrow, arrow. And in those short 8 words, you are able to transition. This is probably one of the most brilliant transition statements that I've ever seen. You're able to take an audience who initially came there for something that had to do with the health niche and transition them over into the wealth niche. And you say that you're getting good results with that, or at least you're testing it right now. I just think that the power of the simplicity and the clarity in this transition statement, Chris, is so powerful. And that's kudos to your copywriting skills. How long or what have you focused on in terms of your writing, your copywriting, to be able to to be able to come up with such clear and simple ideas like that? That really is what that is. It's an idea, and that's what I coach copywriters every day, is to write one idea a day, whether it's a post on Facebook or something. But talk us through how you come up with ideas like this transition statement, which most people would overlook it. Most general marketers would overlook this, but I see the brilliance in this. Just touch on that for a little bit, just for us. Just tell us how you come up with ideas like this, and sort of what your journey through copywriting has looked like in a nutshell.
Yeah, I think in terms of the idea, I always take a step back and then take another couple of steps back and look at it from the other side. So I now put my hat on, and I'm a subscriber coming onto the channel, and I look at it from their perspective and try and get inside their mindset. Because from my perspective, I want to bring the people across from the health to the wealth niche, but I don't want to disrupt too much on this side and start losing my following. So I'm constantly thinking about a number of different angles from this, and it's got to be short, it's got to be punchy, it's got to be concise and to the point. So I've got all this in my mind, and probably when I first drafted this, I'm trying to think back now, it probably started out as maybe 2, 3, 4 lines. But I'm thinking as well from where's the placement, where's this going to appear? You don't want it more than the line anyway, so that when it's coming up, maybe this video probably appears somewhere on Google as well. It will do, it did do anyway. So you want it coming up, you want that visibility on that first line, so you're drawing in as much interaction onto that one line statement as you can. So that's the driver behind my mindset, to keep it short, sweet and condensed. And then it's got to be something that just resonates with people. So if I'm watching the video, I might just glance down and say financial health concerns. They've come onto my channel because they're interested in health, but there's going to be a big majority of that 100,000 that may well have a financial problem. And then a couple of words: financial worries, financial problems, enough of a trigger point to move them across. So I just played around with it and just keep condensing it down and down and down until you think, yeah, that might work. And we try it, we split test it, we monitor the clicks coming through. And if it's not quite there, we go back. But I think it's there or thereabouts now. We probably won't tweak that. I think we only changed that a week or 2 back. So we're not seeing the huge volumes. But the list on the legendary side, my email list is growing phenomenally since we switched that across. So I'm quite excited as we move into 2021, because that's going to feed through obviously to sort of wider opportunities and everything as we sort of see what happens there. But yeah, it's interesting. It was a natural thing to do. If you've got a 100K audience, you want to exploit it and utilize it to the best of your ability. And I think more of my skill set will sit on the wealth side as well. So I can give more value to my community if I can bring them over to there as well.
Sure, and quite frankly, it makes a lot of sense, Chris. I mean, the marketing wheels are turning in my head as well. I mean, I'm an offer creator and a copywriter, so I mean, the idea of if you have more money, you can do more things for your health. You can afford the foods that you want to eat. You can afford the medications that you need to take. You can afford to get the treatments or do the classes, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, in this day and age, being poor, I guess it may be honorable in some people's eyes, but it's not. It doesn't get you far in life. you know, it doesn't get you the resources that you need. That's why, unfortunately, a lot of people who are in lower economic brackets and categories are not as healthy, because they eat crappier foods. They can't afford medications. They can't afford to go to the doctor. They don't have insurance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of angles that I can think of, that I'm thinking of, that can play maybe more on the bridge page and so forth. And we don't have time to go through and hack your entire funnel, but of course, everybody's sitting here looking at it, and they're welcome to do that. Maybe we'll have you on a mastermind or something, and we can go more in depth. I want to ask you, you've said we a lot. And obviously you've got some people that are helping you out with, you've already said, I'm not the health expert. I would assume you're not a video expert either, in terms of editing and so forth. So tell us how you've been able to pump out as much content as you do, while still having a life, and I would assume probably running other parts of your business. Do you have who all do you have in your company? Do you use virtual assistants, and how are you able to get out so much content?
So I do all the content myself. I don't outsource any of it, but I use some software behind it. Yeah. So and it's all self-taught. So I do this almost. I'm a big believer that if you want to do something, you go out there, you teach yourself, educate yourself, and do it. It's all about the software used behind it, and the the technology and making your life as easy as you can. A lot of that's educating yourself so you know how to do it, and then it's having the tools to do it. So no, I don't outsource any of this at all. I do all the video editing myself, the scripting, pulling it all together. I just cut through it really, really quickly and get the job done. It's a challenge at times, and earlier on, that's why I say earlier on, the quality doesn't matter as much as getting the quantity out there. As you get bigger and you scale, like recently, we haven't been putting up a video a day over the last month, mainly because we jumped over to TikTok. Not being distracted, but we've seen the opportunity there, and we're just taking a little bit of time. We're keeping it ticking over on the YouTube health side, but we're just exploring the bigger opportunity, I think, on the TikTok side moving into 2021. So we're just winding that back a little bit at the moment, but that's the beauty of all this. Once you get your content out there, particularly on YouTube, and if you can make it evergreen, so it solves questions that it will solve for years and years to come. That content can just keep churning and churning and churning away and building and growing your channel while you're scaling it and sort of doing things elsewhere. So that's I guess, a long-winded answer as to how I managed to do it. I'm releasing time. Everything I do is with a let's release more time in mind to free me up to scale the business. So, and that's the beauty of everything we do in affiliate marketing, I guess.
So are you putting videos like this together with just kind of a typical software like a iMovie or the one that I use, which is called ScreenFlow for Mac, or a Camtasia for PC, or are you using something different?
So I use a number. So I use Vidnami to pull. You can basically put a script into Vidnami and it'll give you some slides, and then you can cut and chop sort of various video clips into there. So I will use that, and then I'll put my own voiceover on myself, and then I'll take all of that and drop it into, I think I use VideoPad. It's a bit like Final Cut Pro, just for PCs, just to top and tail it and just tweak it and make it a little bit sort of better. So I've got 4 or 5 bits of kit that we bring together to do it. You look at these videos, and if some of the guys have a look at it in due course, they're okay, but they're not as slick as a lot of stuff you might see on YouTube that's been knocked out through sort of Final Cut Pro and everything. But this was more about its mass market appeal, and it's just getting the content out there and growing the channel. You can improve and fine tune as you go forward. But yeah, it's good. And I viewed this as, it's been an education process for me as well. It's helped me. It's given me the learnings that I can now take into 2021 when I want to scale my wealth channel, and do that, but at a slightly higher level. So it's all good stuff.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you that, I think one of the things that people don't really realize is that, production level doesn't really matter to people if the information is really good. If the information is good, a lot of times people try to overcompensate, just like with many things in life, if they don't feel like their content is adequate, if they feel like it's inadequate, So, if your content is good, if your content gets to the point, if it delivers a level of value that people are looking for, and most of all, it keeps them watching. I mean, that's one of the number one things that YouTube looks for, is, are people watching the entire video? They're not going to rank you. I mean, they're not going to rank your video high for increase low testosterone. If I go and I want to increase low testosterone, and I type that into YouTube, just so everybody understands how YouTube works. If I type in increase low testosterone, first of all, the very first videos that come up are going to be the videos that I'm going to watch the most, right? So if I type this in, these videos up here that are the first videos are the ones that are likely to get my click. It's a proven fact. The first page gets the majority of the clicks. Now, I think YouTube's created this sort of ongoing scroll to where you don't even need to go to the next page, which is smart on their part. But It's just like Google. If I was to put in increase low testosterone on Google, the first couple of clicks or the first couple of options are going to get the majority of my clicks. So why does Google, which by the way, Google owns YouTube, why do they rank those videos up there at the top? Well, there can be an assortment of reasons. Maybe it's a newer video. Maybe they want to try to test, newer uploads to see if they're relevant. But the number one thing is, are people watching the entire video? And it's common sense, guys. YouTube wants to show videos to people that people are watching the entire thing. Why? Well, because that tells YouTube, if people are watching the entire video, that the video is what the topic says that it is. It's not clickbait. It's not, if the title is increase low testosterone, the video is about increasing low testosterone, and the video has enough value that people want to watch the entire thing through. Now, let me tie that back into my original point. It doesn't matter the production level. It doesn't matter if you're doing it in the health niche like Chris is, whether you're the one who's delivering the information or some robotic voice or some voiceover person you hired for $5 on Fiverr. It doesn't matter. All it matters is that the information is valuable. The audio's clear. There's something to look at on the screen, right? And in this case, you're actually doing sort of a kind of like a video sales letter style. We call it a sideways sales letter, to where the words are actually displaying on the screen. And that's even more. That's one of the videos that does best online, because people can, it's like a subtitle on a video. As you're watching, people can read the words, and those videos do really well. So Chris, I got to tell you, you blew my mind when you said that I do this all myself. So that, like, I was expecting you to say we've got a tech team of, because you say we, and maybe that's just an entrepreneur.
I use it in the kind of wider sense, really, because it's obviously got my family behind me that support me and kind of bear with me doing this sort of 24/7 as well. But
I totally understand that. I just want to say to that point, I saw a guy actually post in our blueprints, my wife's mad at me for buying some education and stuff, and my kids aren't going to have Christmas presents. And it's like, well, Chris, you just laid out exactly the secret to success, which is to realize that your family's in this with you. They're not in this against you. And every decision that you make, everything that you do, you got to get them, and you got to let them know, communicate with them, ask for their support, ask if you can support them, and then give them credit, because even though you may be doing a lot of the work that's bringing in the money, they're probably doing a lot of work that's keeping the house in order. I know my wife, I wouldn't be anywhere. I would be probably, who knows where the hell I'd be. I wouldn't be where I'm at without my wife. So even though you glossed over that, Chris, what you just said about giving your family and acknowledging them and giving them credit and knowing that they're a part of your team is a big secret to this whole process. But anyways, I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
No, the other thing I was going to link back to as well, you were mentioning about Google. So when we look at the videos, we look to optimize them to rank them on YouTube. But because Google owns YouTube, if you can get it right and you rank it right, Google will take your video, if you can rank it on YouTube, and it will probably end up in the carousel on Google. So that's really, really powerful, because if you think now, and you take like that video we had there, if you can rank that in the carousel on the first page of Google with your affiliate link underneath, you've got prime real estate on the first page of Google, and it's cost you nothing. People pay thousands. Right. Dave, you know how much you paid probably to get your stuff ranked for Legendary on there. It costs a fortune. So, and you can get it for free as organic traffic. So there's a wider piece to YouTube. If you can work it well, you can leverage Google for free as well. And that's just one. And then you've got TikTok alongside that. So there's so much opportunity out there.
Well, my brother, you have blown me away today. I'm sure you've blown everybody else away with just you. I mean, you guys, I just would invite you to leave a comment if with gratitude to Chris this morning for sharing what he shared. If you guys if you got value, which how could you have not? You just, sometimes I fear, Chris, when we do these shows for free every morning, that if people don't pay for it, they might not pay attention to it. But what you've just given is a damn masterclass. You've opened up Pandora's box and you've let us look inside, and you've given us way more than what I expected. And I'm looking forward to a great 2021 and beyond, working with you and learning from you and having you as a part of our community. And you let me know if there's anything that I can do to support you, my brother. And I want to wish your family happy holidays. You mentioned your daughter, who's also getting into social media marketing, and I love that. I love the fact that you've got your family involved, and obviously they're following in your footsteps of entrepreneurship. But the final word is to you. Anything that you want to say to anybody who's listening, who may be worried about what their future in online marketing or entrepreneur looks like, if they can do it, what would you say to that person as we bring this conversation in for a landing?
Yeah, cool. No, and I'd just like to say a big thank you to you as well, Dave, for bringing me on, because from my perspective, it's an honour to be on here. So, and yeah, to every guys, you guys out there that are watching it now, I think the underlying message is you can do it. Everyone can do this. You just got to be determined, and you will get setbacks. Just push through, and you'll get there. You never fail. You just learn, and it's a learning process. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, you will hit roadblocks. You just got to find ways around them and just push through them, and you'll get there. Everyone can get there.
Well, my friend, thank you again. Don't hesitate to reach out. We'll be obviously getting it up. I'm going to be twisting your arm as much as I can to get you in front of people and see what we can learn from you, because there's obviously a ton to learn from what you've done, and you have proven through the work that you've taken over the last year, just with the channel that we looked at, not to mention everything else that you've done before that there's a ton to learn from you. So you're going to be hearing from us a lot, twisting your arm, trying to convince you to come out and spill the beans as much as possible. And with that said, thank you again for today, and thank your family for letting us borrow you here for 45 minutes.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I say, and we're going to be bigger on TikTok, so look at TikTok next.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, I'd love to go over that with you, and you're very welcome. Thanks for coming on. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
Thank you.
All right, my friends. I mean, golly, gee whiz, that was impressive. That's incredible. To come on to YouTube 11 months ago, and to be able to as a one-man show, content creator, to do all that. I think the number one thing that blew me away from what Chris said was that he did it all himself. Obviously giving credit to his family for the support, but in terms of the clicking and editing and researching and copywriting and so forth, and the funnel building, to be in the affiliate business, to be able to do all that on your own is a testament for any one of you guys, that anything can be done if you're willing to put in the work and make the investment. And now he's got a passive income machine there that is not a magical money machine. It's now a passive income machine. He owns a significant piece of real estate on the internet that pumps out wonderful rental checks, right? And there's no mortgage on those checks, okay? Right? There's no mortgage on them because he didn't have to buy that real estate. And if you can imagine just for a second, there being land that you can just carve out, and if you want to do the work to clear the trees and the bushes, you can own that land, and you don't have to pay a mortgage on it. Just think about it in those terms for a second, and that's the opportunity that stands in front of us online. That if we want to do the work of clearing the land, we can have the land. And now he owns this massive piece of land that he can rent out. He can rent it out to YouTube to run ads on the channel, or he can send the traffic off to various offers and make offers to people to bring more value to their life, and in turn generate income for him. So just let this marinate. Those of you who are sitting around just wondering, maybe you're used to jumping from biz op to biz op or doing random MLMs or whatever, and if you can understand that, get out of that newbie get rich quick mindset and get into understanding the skills and the dynamics of the opportunity that's in front of you, of how to actually build a real business, your success will begin, and it will be difficult to slow down once it's caught momentum. Why? Because you did it the right way. You didn't do it the shortcut way. I see a lot of people who work really hard trying not to work hard. And then when they finally just say, you know what, I'm tired of screwing around, I'm going to actually invest the time and the money. Yes, there's always an investment of money. No, I don't really like to give anything away for free. Why? Because my time's more valuable. This show's doing well, so we're going to keep doing it, right? But you know, you all have the same opportunity that I have and Chris has. Why? Because it requires no degrees. It requires no qualifications. It just, you got to get in, you got to think, you got to basically this, learn, do, teach, right? Let's not overcomplicate it. Get in, learn the mechanics and the dynamics, do it, and then turn around and teach it to somebody else, right? And you can make money at 2 out of those 3 steps. No, you don't make any money learning. That's why we try to get you out of the classroom. But you make money doing, and then you can make money teaching. All right. So we'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Wake up legendary. Be legendary.